Buongiorno! Today we are going to be doing essentially the same as yesterday. But whereas yesterday we looked at this sort of area, today we're going to be heading further north. So we spent most of the morning looking for the booking office to book our excursion for tomorrow, and then by the time we worked our way up north, it was about time for lunch. So we found this nice little restaurant, Kappa Cafe, and this is a lovely view from the terrace. So for lunch I'm having polenta and horse stew. I've never actually tried horse before, as it's a little bit taboo to eat in the UK because they're thought of as pets, but I am by no means a fussy eater, so I'm happy to try this dish as it's a classical dish of Verona. Quite fragrant tasting, with a lot of herbs in there. The meat's really tender. I think the texture's got a lot like beef. I think it's got a milder flavour than beef.
Oh.
I love polenta. You don't really get it much at home. Oh, they've started doing things like polenta fries in some restaurants.
I've tried before.
You never tried polenta before? There you go then. Watch it shipping. After lunch we headed over the bridge. And up the funicular to Castel San Pietro. We then stumbled across the Roman Theatre and Archaeological Museum. We first thought that this was all within one little building, but it turned out that a lot of it was outside. Up some stairs, and up quite a lot of stairs, way up to two completely separate buildings where most of the artefacts were. Wow. It's a wow. People throwing their money down there. I've not dropped my phone down there as well. The museum, we stopped by a cafe to have a cappuccino and a sfogliatella, or lobster tail in English. They were filled with this delicious pistachio filling, and the pastry was beautiful. Very tasty little fellows. No, the noses seem to always fall off the starches. This one's still got a nose. Let's see if it comes off. So tonight we're having dinner at the hotel, and to start with I've gone for a prawn salad. I don't think they've got much dressing on them, so then it means that you can really taste the shrimp.
Yeah.
The shrimp tastes like shrimp. I don't know why I'm calling them shrimp, because in the UK we call them prawns.
Because the menu said shrimp.
Yeah, I think because the menu said shrimp, I'm calling them shrimp. For my main, I'm having pasta in a tomato sauce with olives and capers. Capers give it a good kick. Really little olives. So these were called Verona Biscuits. I have absolutely no idea what they are, but they look very tasty. Oh, they're soft. It's fishy. They smell sweet. Like the raisins, I've got some raisins in them. I don't know, I'm struggling to describe them. They're very nice. They're like sweet.
Let me
I don't
describe
know,
them.
they could be polenta. Yeah, I think they're made out of polenta.
It's like sponge.
Yeah, it's like a spongy texture. And there's some raisins in there. It's somewhere between a cake and a biscuit. Today we're off on an excursion to Sirmione, a small resort town at the base of Lake Garda. So this is the meeting point, the international pharmacy. It actually ended up just being me and Gary on the trip, so the tour guide just took us in our car, which was a bit odd, but yeah. She pointed out vineyards, orchards and, interestingly, kiwi farms en route. We first looked around the castle. Before heading up a hill toward Maria Callas, who is a famous opera singer's house, and the Church of San Pietro. After that, it was time for a boat tour. The bubbles that you can see here come from an underground hot spring. before heading back, we had some time to explore the town on our own. So I got amaretto flavour and Kit Kat flavour in the end. It was difficult to choose from all those different flavours. It's like amaretti biscuit. Kit Kat one's a milder flavour. You can taste the Kit Kat in it. There's like little bits of biscuit in it as well. Very tasty. It was expensive though. It was £7. It's a massive cone and 2 massive scoops of ice cream. I'll stop talking before it starts dripping everywhere. We're now back at the hotel having some lunch. I've got this drink that I've seen people drinking all over Verona, but wasn't quite sure what it was until now. Turns out it's an Aperol Spritz. Orangey. Bitter orange. Good. I can see why a lot of people have been drinking it. And to eat, I've got a ham and cheese focaccia sandwich. It's really nice focaccia. It's got lots of rosemary sprinkled on top. Do you remember when I made focaccia? When I had that video on Instagram of it rising in the tub? It was fun to make. I should make it again sometime. To drink with dinner, we've got probably the poshest water I've ever seen and probably ever will see. We've got some Montecariano wine, can't quite make out the font. And we've also got a complimentary Prosecco because we had to wait in the line for a little bit before we got seated. To start with, I've got this very nicely plated grilled octopus salad. The end of the tail's a little bit charred.
What?
Charred. It tastes really fresh though, just like the sea. It's really beautiful. I think a bit like the prawn salad yesterday. It's really simple, but it means that you can taste you can just taste the ingredients. So what I've got here is cuttlefish, some sort of cuttlefish stew, which isn't actually what I ordered. I ordered stuffed cuttlefish, so I'm a bit miffed that it's not quite what I ordered, but I suppose I should be relieved that there wasn't actually anything completely bizarre in there, as there was the option of cattle prod on the menu. The sauce tastes almost like beefy. I wonder if it's the ink from the cuttlefish. Yeah, I think it was obviously a translation error. It said stuffed cuttlefish, and this obviously isn't stuffed cuttlefish.
Yep, I'm so hungry, Sam. I can eat a horse.
Red's unusual. I'm not really sure what this is. Actually, I think that's like some sort of polenta. It's like really soft. It's interesting. Yeah. It's not what I was expecting, but it's nice. I missed.
Don't.